Hi, this is Andrea, and I just wanted to make this quick video about soap making books. When I first started making soap, I got a lot of information off of the internet, and but while it's good to get information off the internet, it is also good to have reference books. So I did some research. I went to the library and I picked 3 books. There's a lot of books out there. There's a lot of soap making books out there. A lot of them have bad information in them. So I think it's good to just do your research, and then eventually you'll pick the books that are right for you and the way that you learn, because everyone learns differently. The first book I brought and the oldest book I have is this book, which is The Soap Maker Companion by Susan Miller Cabbage. This book is actually published in 1997. So, I mean, it's old in soap making terms, because soap making is something that's always changing. It's always being updated. So even though the basics stay the same, oils may change, or different formulas may change, but the essence of soap making stays the same. So the main thing about this book is it has a lot of information, has a lot of historical information, a lot of information about the different qualities of oils and things like this. It has information about marbling, layering, cold process is the main one they talk about. And yeah, I believe they also have liquid and translucent. I don't believe that she goes into hot process. The only thing about this book is that in this book she uses a preservative called grapeseed extract, which is not cheap. It's very expensive, at least the sources that I found. And the reason why she uses grapeseed extract is because the majority of the recipes that she provides in here, if you run it through any kind of Lye calculator, you'll find that it's very highly superfatted. Now, just for a quick, if you don't know what superfatting means, that just means when you mix the oils with your lye, it goes through a process called saponification. Depending on how much lye you have, if you don't have enough lye to saponify all the oils, it's also called a lye discount. Some of the oils will stay in its natural state in the soap, in the ending resulting soap. And we do that for conditioning qualities, because if you have the different oils in there, like olive oil or shea butter, things like that, it lends for a more conditioning soap. Her soaps are very highly superfatted. Now, the problem that you run across when you have a very highly superfatted soap, and let's say you did not use a preservative, your soap has the higher risk of becoming rancid, just meaning the soaps will go bad. Every oil you use has a shelf life, even if it's 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. Olive oil has a relatively short shelf life, which is something that most soap makers use on a regular basis. So if you were to have that in a high volume in your soap recipe and have it highly superfatted with no preservative, your soap will eventually go rancid. And that just means it'll be brown and kind of nasty looking and have a funny smell to it. I actually had that happen one time to one bar of soap that I had actually purchased before I started making soap. And but with that set aside, it's still a very good resource, and it's a very good book to purchase. The next book I purchased was this one, The Everything Soap Making Book by Alicia Grosso. This is a little bit more recent. This one it's actually second edition, revised in 2007. In this book, it has a lot of recipes. Actually, this is, you see some of my notes here. This is the book where I used for at least probably the first couple of months that I was soap making. I just used the recipes out of this book. Very basic 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound batches that you can start and really make on a regular basis to get the feel of soap making. I would also run this through Soap Calc as well. I really didn't have that much of a fluctuation, but that's just something that you might want to do as a general rule. I find that no matter where you get your recipe from, excuse me, whether it's online or from someone or from in a book, I think as a general rule, you should make a point to run it through some kind of Lye calculator, whether you use Soap Calc or I believe Majestic Mountain, they have a Lye calculator. I'll put a couple of websites in the bottom information box that'll give you, that'll lead you to the various Lye calculators that are available on the web. And the final book I brought, which is the newest one, is this one, The Complete Idiot's Guide to Making Natural Soap. And this is by Sally True and Zanella B. Gould, I guess. And this is actually copyrighted this year, 2007. So this book is it's very recent. It goes into one of the more popular Lye calculators on the web, which is called Soap Calc. It actually explains and breaks down Soap Calc in great detail. It gives several recipes. It goes into cold process, hot process, and talks about melt and pour, and also liquid soap. Your hot process, it goes into hot process in a crock pot. Just the different reasons why you would do something like that is because when you make a regular C-pot, a regular cold process soap, the soap needs to cure for a minimum of 4 weeks, sometimes longer depending on your recipe. A lot of people don't want to wait that long to use their soap. If you do crock pot soap, the soap is basically ready to use immediately because you have cooked it through the saponification process. You've cooked out all of the lye, and most people let it sit for a week or two just to have it dry so that the water evaporates and the bar gets harder, because otherwise you'll have a soft bar and it won't last you long. C-pop is the same thing. You're basically cooking it through the saponification process, but just in by doing it through the cold process first and putting it in your mold. Sometimes when you do, say, the crock pot hot process, you have a gloppy kind of, it's not a smooth soap. It's more textured. And it's sometimes you have to fight to get it into your mold and level it out. But if you do the C-pop, you won't have that problem, because when you pour it into the mold, it'll still be very flowing and liquid. Okay, I guess that's it for right now. I went a little bit over what I wanted to talk about, but I just wanted to give a brief introduction to things I'm going to be doing on this channel. I will be talking about different kinds of soap making procedures. I want to do a video about testing fragrance oils. That one I'm probably going to try to do within the next couple of days. And then I'm also going to be doing a video on making layered soap. So those are a couple of things that you have to look forward to on my channel. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.